All right. Once again, I want to appreciate every one of you, those that have subscribed to this channel, and also those of you that will be viewing this video. I want to thank you for viewing, and I want to beg that let's take our time. Um, I promise to be bringing us educative content and spiritual content on this channel. So please help us to subscribe so that this channel can grow to reach and cover more audience. Now, the last time I made a post um, that centered on excessive screen time. Yes, that was the topic, excessive screen time. And I want to appreciate everybody that made comment on that post. Now, someone was asking what is the effect of excessive screen time on the mental ability of children. What effect does excessive screen time have on the mentality of children? I remember in that post I mentioned that um, excessive screen time has an adverse effect on children, and I gave some instances. Somebody was asking, what effect does it have on the mentality, the mental ability, or the mental development of children? So sharing a video. I'll be sharing a video briefly. After now, I will share a video. Then I will come back and also speak a little bit on this topic. Thank you. Happy listening.
June is recognized as Brain Health Awareness Month, and everyday activities like social media consumption and excessive screen time have been linked to brain-based issues. Experts say multiple studies link excessive media consumption to depression, anxiety, loneliness, and insomnia. Whether it's endlessly scrolling through social posts or staring into bright screens, media overload can hurt our brain and mental health. Officials say it's important to be mindful of this.
If you're going to spend 2 hours a day consuming content, how much of that should be books? How much of that should be news? How much of that should be checking on your friends and what they're up to, right? And if you have this plan in your head and you try to stick to it and you try to control where you're consuming content, what it is that you're consuming next, chances are your diet will end up being much better than it would otherwise have been.
Experts also say exercising every day is a great remedy to improve brain health and function.
All right. So we can see from the clip that we just viewed now that excessive screen time affects not just children alone. Even so many adults are caught in the web. Now, to directly answer the question that one of the viewers asked in the channel, the effects of excessive screen time on the mental development or mental health of a child. There are much, but uh, just to mention a little out of it, excessive screen time can lead to increased risk of anxiety and depression in children. You see, when a child is excessively exposed to screen time, what that child is undergoing unknowingly is isolation. The child is being isolated from the real world. Screen is an illusion. We must know that. So when a child is exposed excessively to screen time, you are busy, glued to your television or glued to that smartphone or whatever device that the child is using. The child, in the real sense of it, is isolated from the real world. The child is isolated from the reality of what is actually happening. And this isolation can lead to loneliness. And with loneliness comes low self-esteem. So you can see why so many children are depressed. They can't relate well when they are interacting with other children. They can't relate well. They can't mingle. They can't blend. I think that's the word. They can't blend. When you ask them one question, they shy away. They are so withdrawn. So excessive exposure to screen could be a factor that is leading to so many anxiety and depression. And do you want me to mention the so many cases of suicidal thoughts and suicide that are prevalent everywhere? Another effect another effect which excessive screen time could have is closely related to what I have said, but let me put it another way. Impaired social skill. Excessive screen time can limit the opportunities for face-to-face interaction. I've said that. I'm just saying it in a different way. It can limit the opportunities that your child has to interact face to face with you as a parent. And let me chip in this. Parents, I am a father of two by God's grace. Parents, we must make time for our children. We must make time to interact with our children. If I will put it the way we say it in Nigerian parlance, e get why. There is a reason why I want to beg us to make time as a father, make time as a mother, make time. Don't just give that child the phone and then go away. You are thinking that the child is calm. No, make time. It helps. It helps in a whole lot of ways. It helps. The child develops social skills when you interact with the child. When you interact with the child, the emotional intelligence of the child is being built. A child that is left to his or herself will end up becoming a terror. Because when the child begins to learn or begins to be insensitive in his emotions, the child begins to lack empathy. When people are in problem, when people are in trouble, the child lacks the empathy to relate according to that problem. So please, parents, make time to interact, make time to play with your child. Look at your child, smile to your child, especially when they are between age 0 to 2. Ages 0 to 2, I beg your pardon. Make time to interact with them, play with them. And that's why there are so many toys you can use to 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 play with, to interact with your child, to bond. Yes, I love that word. To bond with your child. There are many toys you can use to bond with your child. So please make time. So these are some of the effects that excessive screen time has on the mental health of a child. I don't want this video to be too long, so I may stop here. But when next we come, we'll begin to look at some other effects. I'll be taking it bit by bit. Some other effects, some other disadvantages that we put our children into when we expose them too much or excessively to screen. Thank you for viewing. Please, I want to beg us once again, please subscribe to this channel. If you feel that what I am bringing to us in this channel is a blessing to you, please share it. You can share with people, you can share with your community. Feel free to share with your relatives. Thank you. I remain myself, Chidi. Nehemiah Nwodo. God bless you.